One thing people often overlook in fishing is choosing the correct pole float silicone when making up the rigs. Now, pole float silicones are available in loads and loads of different diameters, and choosing the right one to suit your fishing is absolutely essential. So, how do I go about choosing the correct silicone? Well, first up, you've got the type of silicone, and what I'm looking for is something that is thick-walled. Now, having a thick-walled silicone means it's not going to get damaged and it's not going to break while you're fishing, meaning your rubbers come off and your rig becomes useless. You're having to start all over again, set a new rig up to start fishing, wasting time and spending time out of the water that you don't want to. So that thick wall is really, really important. Now, next up is choosing the correct size. I'll just give you a quick demonstration of what I'm going to do to choose the correct size, but basically, look at the diameter of your float stem. So if your float stem is 0.6 of a millimetre, the obvious thing would be to use 0.6 millimetre rubber. But what you actually want to do is step down a size. So for a 0.6 stem, I'm going to use a 0.5 rubber. And what that means is that I'm getting a tight grip on my float. So if I just open up this packet, this is a 0.5 millimetre rubber, if I can get it out of there. And I'm just going to snip a little bit off with my scissors. We'll snip that piece off. It's more than what I'm going to need, but just to show you an example, I'm going to take my float. In this case, I've just got a little dibber, and the stem on that is 0.6 of a millimetre. So like I've just mentioned, I'm going to put a 0.5 millimetre rubber on it. So I'm going to take my rubber and just slide it over that float stem, and as you can see, or hopefully can see, I'm having to force that onto the stem slightly. So you can see it's come over there, and when I pull that, it's not easily coming off. That does two things. It makes sure your float's not going to come loose, and it makes sure it's got a good grip on the line. Now, if I was to use a 0.6 millimetre rubber on a 0.6 millimetre stem, it goes over a little bit looser and it doesn't have that same grip on the stem of the float, meaning either my float can move about or my rubbers can come off. So there you go, a nice simple description on how to choose the correct float rubber for your floats. Nice and simple, nice and easy, and something that's never going to confuse you.